people playing with some sort of party or a get-together. They're wearing black. I'm not sure if these are witches or people. It feels like I'm getting this message of people going into traditional things, like traditional ways of living, but at the same time not really, like they're playing around. Or at least they're curious. Keep seeing boxes. The secrets are yet to be revealed. Dabbling, I suppose. I'm getting this feeling of people are dabbling in new things or old things, ancient ways, or possibly because it's close past Halloween. I don't know if it's a celebration of some kind. Or at least I'm hearing internet. Like as though people are working with witchcraft. I'm seeing a pentagram. Perhaps it's a sign of community, where people are re-embracing their inner witch, their inner darkness, so they can move forward, so that they can heal. Keep seeing a lady, a figure. She keeps walking around. She has a black hat, it's a pointed hat. Is this a coffin or a mummy? I'm seeing things that are of what you would consider Halloween things, Halloween stereotypes. I see characters. It's possibly a celebration or commemoration of Hallows Eve or All Hallows Eve or Halloween. And I see a door. This could be covens or a coven. They're laying a blanket on the ground. They're probably casting a spell. Or gathering together. There's 4 of them. which I believe representing the 4 elements. They're beside some sort of castle. I'm getting this feeling that people are dabbling into the unknown things or new or old things that are spiritual or supernatural, but there are those who know it more and know it better, who are more serious about it because they feel called to. There might be seeing like panels. It's like windows, panels, or mirrors, or a room full of mirrors, or panels showing different directions that we could be heading into. But it's all mysterious. It feels like it's unknown. The path is unknown. Seeing an unveiling of boxes is like things are to be revealed. Seems smoke coming out of the box, like mist or smoke coming out. Like hidden truths are to be revealed. Things of darkness, things that are worthy of knowing. Things of the past we never knew before. Seeing an access towards some sort of underground staircase. This lady coming down the stairs being directed by someone in a cape or someone who knows something about where to be headed, where are we headed. So there are those who would lead us toward the direction of more knowing or right in the right directions. Could be that there are those who will be led to the dark side or darkness or separation. I'm seeing a bridge, but I'm seeing it just tore off. I'm seeing gargoyles. So it could be that both sides are protecting their own beliefs. It would be the separation that people have been talking about. Separation of timeline. There are those who are looking down at what's going on below on this earth. There would be those who would be gathering to fight against it. I feel like I'm seeing people with hats, or I don't know if they're witches or if they have guns or something, and then those who are gathering together and celebrating, and they're intimate with one another. I'm seeing a castle again. I feel like the castle is a sign of going back to the past and unearthing what's beneath. There are those who would fall. I see a person hanging on to the cliff of the castle, the edge of the cliff, and afraid of falling. There are those who are probably afraid of falling, while those are looking down and trying to help those who are falling. Seeing someone pouring an old pail of water onto the street, but the water is not water, it's dark and it's being poured down the drain, or some sort of water system. Seeing the past. It's like a village somewhere in Europe. It could be the past or it could be the future. Oh. Somehow I'm taken to somewhere in the 1920s. I see those old types of cars and it seems like it's the same village. Probably before the First World War. Kids walking cobblestones, or they're playing around, and then there's people in the village going about their everyday lives. I see a wagon. It seems to be like they're shooting. I'm not sure if this means that part of history will repeat itself, but now it's those who are trying to defend their beliefs, that they will do anything to get there, to protect that belief. See, I keep seeing people with hats, like the conical hats, but they have guns. There are those who would not join that. They would be in their broomsticks. They would be helping to clean the roads. I see someone with a broomstick. Yes, those who would be cleaning the roads, the path for humanity. Could be a sign that the past is repeating itself, but in a different way, but still the same. See a door opening. More of the past. Somewhere below the mountains. Is that a pyramid? I'm not sure. It's like a mountain or a triangular top. At the top, it looks like something triangular, but it's way bigger than the actual town. I'm not sure it's a volcano, but the pyramid looks very refined, but it looks like it's made of grayish, like carbon material. I'm hearing see in, probably seeing inside, going within to the past, going within your ancestry, finding your heritage, finding the past and the clues that we can discover from there. See some sort of bridge, or I don't know, some sort of bird. It looks like a bird. I don't know if it's the phoenix or something. Seeing more castles and seeing those cobblestones, those cement that they use to build castles, the brickwork that they use to build castles. Possibly in the same era or earlier, still somewhere in Europe. See wagons, horses, but the walls are quite tall. Now I'm seeing people headed towards a wall, like a gate, where they're opening the gate, but there's a long path ahead of it. Feels like humanity has, or at least there are those who would have to open themselves up so that they can find themselves the path ahead. I'm getting a yes. I asked them if this is what you wanted to show me. I'm seeing tall mountain-like structures, but they don't look like mountains. It's very refined, like statues. Somewhere at the edge of a harbor or a beach. Feel like a sign that there are certain roadblocks, people creating boundaries not to let emotions in. And seeing masks, so people trying to cover up things, or it could be that I feel like I'm seeing things of the past from two individuals, one with the 1700s hair, the wig, and one with, looks like someone like a pilgrim. I'm not sure if it has something to do with Puritanism, so the separation that we're talking about. Possibly has something to do with opposing individuals, opposing groups, opposing beliefs. seeing some sort of locket that's surrounding, looks like it's an image surrounding what looks like a mountain or a city, but there's something surrounding it. Another bridge. It looks like it's a bridge that is above two castles or two places, like some sort of aqueduct, but it's a bridge. Okay, now I see cars, I see traffic. Life will continue on, but there are those who will see, and then those who will have yet to see. You see someone looking through a peephole through the gate, as if the gate is up to be watching out for what they need to watch out for. People being careful. I see a wall. It looks like people are being left out or locked out of this castle, but they want to get in. They're walled out. So it could be that this means that there are people who are worried that they cannot get in, that they cannot find their home, their safety. And there are those who are not willing to open the doors. Who see themselves as grander and bigger. I see a giant looking at the small people trying to get into the walls. Thank you. Okay. Ooh. Well, you can see that. Okay. Let me see if I can remember what happened. I kept seeing castles. So I'm not sure if it meant that it's something to do with going back to the past. Sometimes memories like those, like energies like those and thoughts, forms like those are kind of signs of, like they're signs of something. It was a mixture of, it felt like the mixture of the old and the new. But it also felt like there was restrictions, like there would be there's definitely that separation that's happening. So, and just to make this clear, I was trying to ask my guides, or whoever it is. I don't know my guides yet that well, but I feel like I've been always getting these images. And I I can't discount them, like, because I keep seeing them, and they're just like, sometimes I get images, vivid images of people, like, who is that? It looks like a literally vivid person. It's like, it's so real. I don't know what it is. It started last year, around last year, and I didn't know what it was, so, okay. Let's see what my runes are, well, what the runes are going to say. I should have a camera. Sorry, I'm shaking my runes here. Let's see what the runes have to say. Mind you, I'm still new to runes. Man, legal affairs and wise counsel. Something to do with law. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. And I'm thinking Thor. So this one represents the subconscious, inhibition and blockages. Whoa, okay, that applied. Okay, and this one is EO, assertiveness, impetus, and risk-taking. Okay, well, I did remember seeing, I don't know if it was like groups, probably some people drinking, people were getting high or something like that. I don't know what it is, but the gun thing, I saw people with guns. That is pure faith, life's beginnings and endings. I feel that ties in with the past and the present. Then I have Ying, transformation assisting spiritual growth. The bridge, probably. I kept seeing bridges. Something that needs to be connected. Okay, and then I have Lagu, love, natural flow and increase. Was that the flow, the black water? It was like dark water. I feel like there was a flow there. I don't know what that was. I feel like maybe that's something to do with that. Eo, protection and healing. Yeah, people protecting themselves. Like there's that wall. I kept seeing like how he's either like this walled building, a walled city, or like these mountains that don't look like mountains but they're high up. I don't know what that was. Then I have, what's this one? Hegel, disruption indicating necessary change. Okay, there's that, the war thing, the fighting, or not necessarily fighting, like the guns. And then we have Gibu, giving and receiving compensation. So there's that whole coven thing, just amidst this separation, there are people who are willing to give and those who aren't. Wow, okay. And then last one, partnerships and joint enterprises. So yeah, that coincides with the separation. So I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to show you what I got. Okay. I'll add it to this video. So, sorry, it's a little dark here, but okay. So that's what the runes say. See the cards for this side. Okay. Okay, that one they came out. I don't know what this is. Okay, this coffin thing I'm seeing. 3 of Swords. Something to do with the element of air, so communication might be like a death of communication or lack of communication. I'm not really sure. I'll have to double check what that means. And then the Knight of Swords. People feeling lost, I would say, probably. They can't understand their dreams, the way they're communicating. Swords represent the air sign, air element. And an upside down Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles here, possibly like looking towards, I feel like there's that something to do with like seeing Mother Nature and seeing the probably nurturing that the potential to be more than what we can. I feel like she's getting into this, she's kind of watching over, or there's something watching over something or us and seeing the potential. I believe Pentacles represent Earth. I'm not sure. I double checked that one. But the fact that it came upside down means that it feels like we might feel like we're not being watched over, or at least someone is there seeing us, but we feel like we're not being guided, and we're just we're sitting here like sitting ducks and nothing. There are people who would think that. King of Wands. Wands represent water. No, wands represent earth. Or is it fire? Oh, fire. So with this King of Wands, it feels like he's turning away, or he's looking at some of the solutions, or he's looking at the people and trying to lead them. There's this sort of uncertainty. I don't know. It's feeling of like turning away, refusal, avoidance, and kind of looking at other ways instead of being courageous. I'm not sure. Or it has something to do with courage, but there are those who probably feel like they get turned away. I don't know what that is. And the Knight of Pentacles, just like Earth. So this is Earth. So someone guarding the doors on this planet, guarding the doors towards maybe protecting things again, like something that ties with the message that I got. So there's a horse here, so it feels like instead of moving, you feel like we're at a standstill. Right? Could be financial standstill. Hierophant. Religious. This one I believe has a lot to do with religious dogma. And but people choosing sides. There's 2 sides here. So I feel like people are going to choose sides, whether it's for or against it, or at the very least probably choose both sides, that there would be equal, we would be on equal footing. Not sure what that means. I'll look that up later. Okay. Let's see what the cards here say. Okay, those won't bend. Okay, let's see. Okay. The Thinker. Father of Knowledge. So I feel like this one is, again, something to do with the knowledge, right? We had the air here. So here, the Thinker, knowledge, instruction, reinvention. This is something that's a new thing that's coming through, where people are getting to know either the past. He's looking at it like knowledge of the past, but this time it's higher knowledge, it's better knowledge, instead of just knowledge of the past, like what we're so used to. And probably people, something to do with this one. So I feel like there's something to do with a lot of like knowledge that we're getting into, which ties in with the what's going to happen eventually with the Uranus and Gemini. Exile, forsaken soldier. Strategy, failure, trauma. Okay. So this one is where we feel left out. You can see this soldier right here. He's looking at the I think he's wearing a uniform from the Civil War, the American Civil War, or at least that kind of soldier uniform. But he's sort of like only seeing with one eye, so he's not seeing things from two-sidedness. He's only seeing it with one way. So he feels like he's stuck and he's kind of defending himself. He's like strategy, failure, trauma, because he's like, well, I want to stay the way it is, right? So he's holding a sword, so he's defending himself. He's kind of in defensive mode. He lives in a city of desolation where it's like, this is my territory, this is what I want, this is what I know, and I'm forsaken. I'm left behind because of this, or possibly the opposite, where people leave behind others who are maybe, or maybe they don't know, they feel left behind because they only know one way and not the other. They're not open to it. Tying that to beside the thinker, it feels like, it's like we're against the knowledge. I feel like one more card needs to come out. Okay. Keeper whispers. Curiosity and madness, forbidden knowledge. That's the thing that's coming up with the whole like going back to the past, like with the witchcraft, with knowledge coming up. This ties in with the knowledge, the thinker. It's like knowledge of, that we didn't know before, knowledge that we're not aware of, the things that probably we think we know of but really aren't aware of, right? So the curiosity and the madness thing, forbidden knowledge, that's kind of ties in with the vision that I had. And see what the dragons have to say today. Sometimes I'm shuffling and I realize that I'm like, sometimes I control the shuffling. Okay, oh wow, okay. 3 cards came out. Okay. Very interesting. Singled. I've never seen singled. So singled is going to be a card for today. It's a card singled. What they represent. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Okay, singled is a dragon of gratitude. He arrives when we need to take notice of and acknowledge old negative patterns. Okay, that's that party thing that's going on. He asks us to recognize old emotional blocks. For example, these can be self-doubt, fear, or jealousy. He has these words to say about gratitude. Review your life to date and find things to be grateful for. Okay, acknowledge the fears, envy, guilt, and our anger within. Okay, there's that gun thing that explains the gun. Accept the niggling doubts, admit that they are present, for they are part of you, but you have no need to dwell there. It talks about the past. Revel in the pure joy of being alive. So being in the present, right? So looking for things to rejoice, looking for things that uplift you. You said here, look for a totem, something like a symbol or something that represents that reminder, things to be thankful for. Like when I go to bed, I still sometimes do where I have like one of my gemstones and I just kind of imagine what I'm grateful for the day. And then I try to also do it in the morning. It's a good practice. Do things like anything, it could be anything. It could be things that you're happy about. It could just be singing, it could be writing, laughter. It could be just with people. You put it to music. Put it to music, dance with it. Practice gratitude numerous times daily. Okay, so it's all about gratitude. That makes sense. And harmony. And harmony here. Okay. Love these cards actually. They're very beautiful. I love how the person who made them really channeled these dragons. Tomorrow is a new dawn in being, and our heart center ripples out with positive effect. Okay. So it's really about restoring an interpersonal level and an outer global level. So people might be wrestling with problems right now, unable to resolve things, especially coming in November 20, when Pluto fully enters Aquarius. So she's asked, what area of your life needs reviewing? Okay, what do you need to let go of? Is it judgments or old habits? What is it in your life that needs reharmonizing? She'll assist you in the first step, supporting you as you go. To contemplate on it, sit there for a while, be quiet, small talk, just a little tweak, or it could be a life-changing event. The answers you seek lie within you. Okay. I think that's why there's the wall thing as well. There's something to do with, like, sometimes there are people who will be knocking at your door and trying to get you to, some things like even businesses, like they'll get you to buy things that you know you don't need, right? So there's kind of those things. It's looking from within. Transformation. That's wonderful. It showed up in the runes too. Transformation. It showed up in the cards too. Wonderful. Okay. So things to let go of: fear, pain, doubt, anger, sorrow, and guilt. Fear is one of the biggest ones, at least for me. I know I still do that. You no longer need these experiences. They are the past. They have completed their task and have no place in your future. By holding on to them, you only keep yourself trapped in old patterns and no longer of use or necessary to you. So a new you is emerging. Maybe a quieter, more considered you, but certainly a more powerful you. So we go through many things, basically. They're saying that it's like, follow the path of your inner guidance and let your old habits and worries slip away. Because they are just a past. I mean, we have to acknowledge though that they exist, but we don't need to hang on to them. So follow the steps laid out before you. So literally what this means is like the steps before you, like each step you take, be in the present moment. When you're doing things and you focus on the destination and the goal, you lose track of the journey, right? So that's what it is. So as it's happening exactly right now, the next step will happen. The next step will happen. Because the future isn't here yet, right? Enjoy the signs, look for signs, enjoy the symbols, enjoy the guidance, enjoy every single step. That's what it's taking. Transformations doesn't happen because it's like, oh, I'm going to transform into a rich person overnight. Right? Oh, I'm going to get this overnight. Right? So yeah, so I'm actually going to open up... I'm going to do a separate reading for this date, November 20, but I hope this reading has actually helped you. I don't feel like doing the reading right now because I don't feel like it's ready. I want to be more specific. So astrology tends to be more cerebral. This one's more the divinatory, right? So I hope that helped, and yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But it's you know what it is. That's what it is. I don't know what else to say. Sorry. I just, once these things are done, it's like it's out. So have a wonderful time. Thank you for watching. See you guys later. Bye.